video is going to go out to all the anti-gunners out there. The people that every time there is a shooting, they jump up and say, we need background checks. We need magazine restrictions. We need waiting periods on guns. And what I want to do is I want to go back and look at all the recent shootings that have taken place and see if any of these three things, the three biggest things that most anti-gunners cry for, would have prevented these crimes from happening in the first place. So let's go back a couple years to probably the first one that most people remember, and that's the Batman movie theater shooting. Okay, that's the first big one that happened. Well, that person bought their guns legally and passed a background check. Bump up a little later that same year, okay, we have Sandy Hook. That person stole the guns from somebody who bought the guns legally and passed a background check. That person was a criminal. They were going to get a hold of guns or some way to do damage to others no matter what. Background checks don't work in situations like that. Now let's come up to this year, South Carolina, church shooting. That person bought the gun legally and passed a background check. Just a couple weeks ago, 4 Marines killed. That person bought the gun legally, passed a background check. Just last week, Louisiana, movie theater shooting. The person bought the gun legally and passed a background check. Background checks do not prevent these types of crimes from happening. Now, you can make the argument that possibly some of these people should not have been able to get a hold of a firearm, but that has nothing to do with the gun laws themselves. That has to do with government bureaucracy not doing what it's supposed to do to support the gun laws that are already in place. Creating more gun laws and more restrictions would not have prevented any of these crimes. Then let's look at magazine restrictions. Well, in Louisiana, the shooting that just took place, the person used a gun that only has an 8-round magazine. So please tell me, how would a 10-round magazine limit have kept that shooting from happening? You can even go back to Columbine, back in the 90s. That took place in the middle of the assault weapons ban, where it was illegal to have a firearm that could hold more than 10 rounds. And yet that didn't stop Columbine. So let's look at waiting periods, shall we? The final thing that anti-gunners love to say would help prevent these types of crimes. Well, in all but one of these cases, the guns were purchased weeks or months before the crime was happening. The only time that that wasn't the case was when he stole the guns right before he committed the crime. Again, he didn't get them legally. A waiting period was not even a factor. So please, through all this insanity, through all the cries for more gun laws, for background checks, which are already in place, for magazine restrictions, which do nothing, for waiting periods, which do nothing, and we have proof of it, anti-gunners, what more do you want?